Hey y'all, welcome back to Andy's Little Homestead. Today we are going to be participating in one of the most time-honored traditions of the Christmas season, and that is the Christmas dinner. While I may be stuck up here in northern Michigan, we're going to do one of my favorite dishes, fried chicken. We're going to do fried chicken the way your grandma did it, starting with a live chicken. The first step is to pick out which chicken's going to die. Don't give them names. They're livestock. They're not pets. Don't let them be pets. That being said, if you've got a woman, I highly recommend you let her pick out which chicken dies. If she's unwilling to pick out which chicken dies, I recommend you pick out a different woman. So who's it gonna be? The angel of death has spoken. What's her name?
She doesn't have a name.
Good answer. If anybody's a bit squeamish, you might want to skip the next part. Hi, jackass. Anyway. So you want to make sure that you do this in a humane manner. There's a couple different ways to do it. There is the good old-fashioned take a hatchet to its neck thing. That ends up with a lot of blood. It can get messy. But there's one very easy way to do it. It involves snapping the neck. So I'm going to hold her upside down because that's going to temporarily kind of stun her. And then while I'm pulling the neck out with my thumb planted behind it, in one quick motion, I'm going to pull and snap. She'll go right away. It's humane. She doesn't feel any pain, and that's the end of it. So now she's passed. What we're going to do is we're going to make an incision. We're going to bleed her out, and then from there we'll go into defeathering. Plucking. We're going to go into plucking. Defeathering? What? Okay, yeah. We're going to pluck the chicken. Okay, you can stop it. Now to pluck the bird, the easiest thing to do is to start with a 1-minute hot water soak. You want the water to be about 160 degrees. Basically, just hotter than your hand can stand it unless you happen to have a thermometer. After you've soaked them for a minute, you check by pulling feathers off of the legs. If they come off nice and easy just with your thumb, that's good to go. It'll come off very quickly. So we left the bird out overnight, just hanging out, chilling. So you fix the bird a margarita, warm up its hot tub. So next up, we got to make our breader. I already made it. That's the stuff that's in it. It tastes a lot better when you put it in a festive bag. I don't have any measurements, but basically just add it in there and then taste it. And when you can tell that it's got a little spice to it, then it's ready. Then from there, you very carefully and precisely shake the hell out of it. Some people prefer to do an egg wash or dip it in milk, bread it and dip it again, or bread it and dip it, bread it. I don't know. I don't do all that. Basically, I leave it in there and I leave it out at room temperature, sorry health department, for a few hours. Yeah, I shake it every now and again to keep adding to it. I found that what that does is it helps the breading actually soak into the pores of the skin and it holds tight. I've never had good luck with an egg wash because it ends up, the breading and the skin, it's a separate layer. I don't know how it works. I don't know why, but this is the way that I do it. And you got to be patient. Good things take time. It's going to take a few hours. That way you get a nice, thick, even coating of breading. It'll stick. It'll have a crunch that you won't believe. After the coating's had time to soak on, you need big old cast iron skillet and lard. That's right, folks. Rendered pig fat. You can use that or peanut oil. That is it. Not vegetable oil, not corn oil, not frying blend oil. Lard or peanuts. That's it. And the reason for that is because they have relatively high smoke points and you're able to get that crisp on there without cooking the chicken all the way through. That's what you want. No avocado oil, no coconut oil, no fish oil, no motor oil, nothing. Lard or peanut. Preheat the cast iron before adding the lard. Reason being, cast iron holds heat really well. It does not distribute heat all that well. So you want the whole pan to be all a consistent temperature before you add your fat. Then your fat is all a consistent temperature and everything holds right where it's supposed to. Get you a big old scoop of lard and drop it in. If you're not very experienced, I recommend using a thermometer. Bring it up to 350 degrees. You want to watch your temperature really closely. You go too far down and you end up getting soggy breading. You go too far up, you end up burning the breading before the chicken's cooked all the way through. So keeping it right there between 325 and 350 is going to be your best bet for the duration. Now this bird was a little bit smaller. Probably go with like 5 to 6 per side, flip twice. Couple final notes on this one. I sped up the plucking and butchering portions really fast because I'm not very good at it. That's okay, the chicken all landed in pieces and it's in the pan, so whatever. Fried chicken is an art. It took me years of playing around with different recipes and options and things like that to come up with what I wanted. My definition of good chicken may be different than yours. That's okay. One of my favorite things about doing it in the skillet as opposed to deep frying it is that this chicken is good cold. It keeps its crunch even after it's been cooled off in the refrigerator, everything. Can't beat it. Thing is, man, being from the South, food is love. So if I love you, I'm gonna do my best to give you heart disease. If there's anything else y'all want to see me cook, I actually like cooking quite a bit. Been doing it for a while, so anything you want to see, let me know. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed watching. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I love y'all. God bless.